everybody. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I hope your week is going on well. And if you had a good Valentine's Day, that's awesome. And if you didn't, we are going to talk about it here. How you can make your next Valentine's Day awesome. Okay. So after divorce, in this channel, we talk about divorce, separation, all of that, and how you can reimagine your life, the best way possible, right? Everything in life is a learning experience. So whatever has happened in the past, if you can look at it as a learning experience, then all of that can help shape the future that you're going to live. And see, I didn't say the future relationship, but your future, right? Because if you are trying to attract the right love, if the frequency is up here, you got to become that to attract that person. If you're here, you're going to attract somebody who is here. So which is why after things fall apart, either it's if you had a long-term relationship or divorce and all of that, you got to work on yourself. We all got to work on ourselves, and we are never going to be perfect, but we need to understand that what our contribution was in that relationship, right? Because marriage is a thing that two people need to make it work. But if we keep thinking that it was the other person's fault and we had nothing to do with it, we are more prone to repeat that same cycle. We are more prone to attract similar kind of love and go through the same struggle. As you work through yourself, there is also something which is very, very important in dating after divorce, is what is the main point of this episode is about alignment. So why I show this alignment is when two different people come together in a way that they align. It doesn't mean that they're going to agree on everything, right? You have heard John Gottman. If you didn't, you should definitely look it up because he and his wife, Julie Gottman, they have so much research data. It's like really, really amazing. So you should look up their data. They say 69%, and this is based on their research, 69% of the conflicts never go away, even in healthy couple, like the conflicts related to your I don't know, laundry, dishes, money, and kids. But it is not about the conflict. After the conflict, how two people come together to resolve it, right? And sometimes the solution might be like, agree to disagree, but are they coming together to talk about it? Or one of the person becoming avoidant and they're just throwing it under the rug and the other person is trying to connect, right? And that is where the alignment is like this, meaning that some of it is working and some of it is not, right? Or like, how do I show like here, right? So it shouldn't be here, it shouldn't be here. Real alignment is this, right? So that part is very, very important. And it is not only about the kids or your career or your goals. A lot of it goes back to your values. And Brené Brown, in her book Dare to Lead, I think, I actually haven't read that book. I have like many books, but I haven't read that book. But her value list, oh my god, is absolutely good. So you should look that up too. You want to find out what your true values are, because in that list there's like 150 or so values, but you will have like top two or top three. I actually go all the way up to top one. It says like really, because you kind of get into that. They do it in like fight or flight mode, and you choose your top three values that shows like if a bomb dropped, what are the things you're going to be looking for, right? And what is most important to you in this critical situation. And that is what tells you, because no matter what happens, you are not going to let go of those values. So when you know that, and the other person has those values, and sometimes the words may not match. That's the interesting part too. You may have three different values, they may have three different values, but how you will find out if there's similarity or not is talk about long-term growth, right? 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, how do you look at life? Like, you know, what does success mean to you? And for different people, success means different thing. To me, peace is a luxury now. If you asked that to me 15 years ago, I'm like, okay, what is peace? You know, I mean, not really that, but the point is, we look at life very differently at first different stages of our life. It goes with age, and sometimes it is also with what all we went through in our life, our personal life, our career, and all of that. So talking about that, of course, you won't be talking about this right in the beginning of your relationship, but after, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 dates, you can talk about your values. You can talk about how you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and see if it is kind of aligning or it is creating a lot of friction, right? That is a good data point for you to know, are you in alignment with the person as you're dating? If not, you know, as hard as it may be, if a lot of other things are matching, you may have to pull back, right? Because there is no point repeating the same thing in a different relationship that you had in the prior. And nobody can guarantee you that, okay, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, everything is going to be perfect. Nobody. Even anybody who is super expert in a relationship, even John Gottman, Julie Gottman, I don't think they can give you a percentage maybe, but, you know, because we all change. Change is the only constant we have in life. We all change. We all grow. Now, the point is, two people, are they growing in the same direction? Or are they growing in two different directions? And you guys know what two different directions means. That's when divorce happens, right? It's not funny, but that is what is reality is like. And from first marriage, divorce rate from 40%. Second marriage, divorce rate is 70%. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but that is the reality. That is the reality. That number comes from CDC, Gottman, and others. You can look it up online. So the whole point is about, it is so important to work on ourselves after the divorce and separation and get to a point where we don't react the same way. And why I said we don't react the same way, because people will come and go, right? People will come to our life. If we react the same way in this relationship, that in a similar situation, that means we didn't grow, right? That means we didn't grow. Now, if there are, I don't know, random numbers, there are 20 different scenarios. Say in this scenario, for 15, you don't react, you respond. But for 5, you still react, right? After all, you're a human. The point is not about working to a point that all 20 cases you will be a perfect person. That's not the goal. The goal is, you know, in some cases, when you see that you made a progress, things are better, it will you will encourage yourself to keep doing better. And the right person will recognize that. The right person will recognize that, not because they knew your prior relationship, but it's about who you are becoming. If you're with the right person, you're going to like yourself. You're going to like yourself, and they're going to like themselves, either if it's in a way of complimenting each other with words of affirmation or whatever your love language is, right? So that's another important point. The alignment, when you think about, there are 2 top love languages out of 5. Gary Chapman has that. You can take the test online. It's, I think, $15 now. It used to be free. So 2 top out of the 5 love languages, I say that at least one has to match. If both matches, even better, because that just reduces, there's some research done around that just reduces the amount of conflict and make the relationship work a little bit better, because ultimately everything comes down to communication. But as life gets busy, stress comes in, and sometimes if communication doesn't happen, so if you love the same way that the other person does, some of it is automatic, right? Some of it is automatic. Let's say if you're talking about, if touch is a love language, if you give a hug to your partner, you know, that is a form of expressing your love. They also feel it that way. You also feel it that way. A little hug can mean a lot to both of you if touch is your love language. So remember, alignment is the key. Okay, that's the main point for today. Take care. Bye. Come for more every Wednesday. I share these tips, and also there is 12 p.m. short reinvention reset. So join those too. Take care. Bye.